Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, today we are talking Dave Chappelle spoofing Pop the Balloon show or Find Love. Anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description. Some housekeeping, some meat and potatoes. It is free to follow me, you guys. It is free to subscribe here to my main channel, Anonymous Tea. It is free to subscribe to my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. It is free to follow me on the Tickety Talk for 74 more days at Anonymous Tea Podcast. It is free to follow me on the gram, on the Instagrammy at Anonymous Reality T, y'all. It is free to comment. It is free to like. It is free to share. It's free to repost. So let's get into it. So Dave Chappelle was the host of SNL on this past Saturday's episode, as well as Glorilla was the musical guest. But in this video, we need to talk about the segment where Dave Chappelle spoofs Pop the Balloon. I'm not going to assume y'all know what Pop the Balloon is. So if you have been living under a rock, there is a popular show on YouTube called Pop the Balloon or Find Love. And basically it is this beautiful host, Ariel, that has different singles. Sometimes it'll be the male that'll be the pursuer or the female that'll be the pursuer, and a bunch of, it'll be like usually like 8 men that'll have a balloon, and the woman will have to, like, you know, say different things about herself, and the men then have the option to pop the balloons, basically if they don't like what some of her answers are, or they're not attracted or whatever. And the objective is, you know, the man and the woman to, you know, hopefully to find a connection, right? But that doesn't always happen, right? And people pop the balloon for foolishness. So nonetheless, Dave Chappelle took a spin on it, and it was funny. He first, and also I wanted to say shout out to Ariel for the, you know, getting on SNL, that's huge. Getting your show on SNL, that's huge. It went from, I think she had 833,000 subscribers to 844,000 subscribers. So shout out to her to the increased exposure and everything else. You could tell Dave Chappelle was a fan of the show because he really tried to capture the show's essence and everything else, and it was just funny. And he even brought back some of his Dave Chappelle characters, which we'll talk about in a moment. So it says that, you know, he brings in the initial guest is this Caucasian gentleman who says that he's 31 and already somebody's popping the balloon. Then finally they go to somebody who has not popped their balloon, and because I think one girl said she popped it because he said he cooks and she said she didn't like the smell of food. So then he goes to this other girl and she's like, you know, well, I still have my balloon because I think you could, I could cheat on you and I can get away with it. And so the guy's like, yeah, you're right, and let's go. And so then they have this next guy come on. Basically, he's like, well, you know, I don't really have a job. I'm more into games and things like that, just playing video games all day and da-da-da-da-da. He's like, I just want a baddie who's quiet, thick, and loyal because I'm none of those things. And so then there is this Caucasian girl who's just like, oh my gosh, like, I'm just loving it. Oh my gosh. And so then he's like all feeling it, and then he chooses her or whatever. Kenan Thompson, y'all. We got Kenan Thompson in the lineup. He was dressed and acted just like a contestant that I've seen on the show previously. And he was basically like, you know, my name is Jamone, as in I can make you Jamone. And then you just hear all these balloons start to pop, y'all. And then he said some other foolishness, and everybody else just popped their balloons because they were like, we're not featuring any of this. And so then next is Dave Chappelle, aka Silky Johnson, is back from the Player Haters Ball, y'all. From Dave Chappelle's show. And I was kind of mad that the audience did not give a standing ovation. How many Dave Chappelle, like Chappelle show fans, like real Dave Chappelle show fans, were in that audience this past Saturday? Because y'all did not give the energy I needed for Silky Johnson, let alone any of the Dave Chappelle show characters, y'all. What is wrong with y'all? What is wrong? Or were y'all too cold? I don't know, but I was shook. So nonetheless, We have Silky Johnson. I forget Donald Rollins. I forget the role that he played, the name of his character with the Silky Johnson role. I know it was Ashley Leary role, but I was trying to remember what his role was with the Jerry curl and spraying the hair and everything else with the with the oil sheen and everything else. I was dying. And so, nonetheless, Dave Chappelle's character comes out. He's like, good day, salutations, da-da-da-da-da. And already, once he says his name, Silky Johnson, people start popping. And Donald Rollins, he's like, oh, they shooting. It's like, they shooting. It's like, Silky, they shooting. I, like, fell out. I'm like, they are just popping balloons. Stop it. And so then he said that like his occupation was transportation of precious goods. I mean, you know, the B word, right? And then somebody was like, so basically, are you just running like a prostitution ring, or is this like an escort ring you're running of sorts? And Dave Chappelle was like, I don't do traffic. I take helicopters, bleep. What is going on? I was done. So then he walks down to the ladies. They've already like popped the balloons and all that. So first he goes this one girl who has on like this green fur, and I think he meant that it got skinned by the Grinch, but he said skin the Grouch. So I'm not sure if he meant to say that or he meant to say skinned by the Grinch. I don't know. As far as like the green fur that she had on. And then he goes to this other lady who has on this tangerine dress, and he's like, tangerine is not your color. You need to look, there's something in your belly button or whatever, or there's something in your belly button. And then she looks down and he's like, made you look. And so then what happens is Glorilla, y'all, makes a cameo in the skit at the end. And, you know, she doesn't have a balloon or whatever, and she's all like talking mess to him, talking about, I don't want your chipmunk looking da-da-da-da-da, and Dave Chappelle was like, chipmunk? And so then he asked them to give him another balloon for them to put in Glorilla's hands, right? So they give Glorilla the balloon, y'all, and then Dave Chappelle pops it, and he's like, sassy mouth. Good day. And then Donald Rollins, as soon as Dave Chappelle pops Glorilla's balloon, he's like, ow. Like he got popped. And so then after that, the lady that's playing the Ariel character was like, all right, our last contestant we have is his name is Larry, but it was Ashley Larry from the Chappelle show. So he comes in and it's like, it's just this whole sea of dust, y'all. It's just this whole sea of dust, and immediately all the girls, all the contestants, they all pop their balloons, and he's like, what? Why all y'all popping y'all balloons? Y'all don't want none of this? Y'all bleep don't want none of this? And so then he's got the dice rolling, and then he's like at the center of the frame, and he's like, I'm going back to the streets. And then the skit ends, y'all. The skit ends, and I was just here for all of it, y'all. I was here for all of it. I thought it was hilarious. I thought Dave Chappelle really, you know, captured, you know, what's hot in pop culture, what's hot in these YouTube streets, and I truly enjoyed it, right? I truly enjoyed it, and it's going to bring a lot of interest to people who've never seen Pop the Balloon, y'all. So, nonetheless, I was into it. I want to ask y'all, did any of y'all see this skit? I believe SNL, because I've been rewatching it quite a bit on YouTube, and so they uploaded it, of course, after the episode, and it's already at 2 million views, y'all. I think eventually it's going to blow up. It's going to be one of the highest viewed skits. I think right now there's a couple other Dave Chappelle skits plus his monologue that is leading the charge in terms of being the most viewed. But I think just the essence of this particular skit and incorporating the old Dave Chappelle show characters and incorporating kind of the essence of the show, I think it's going to eventually blow up and skyrocket, y'all. But I just want to hear from y'all. I want to know in the comments, did y'all see Dave Chappelle host Saturday Night Live? Did y'all see this particular skit? Or if you didn't see Saturday Night Live, did you at least see this Pop the Balloon skit that Dave Chappelle did, y'all? And what do you think of it? Please let me know in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.